Hey guys, Certified Dork here, and in this video, I want to talk about E3. So, E3 is just right around the corner. It's going to be next week, and I figured, you know what, why not just talk about some games I am really looking forward to seeing at E3, some games I'd like to see at E3, and some games that I'd like to see announced at E3. So yeah, I actually wrote them down on a list. So yeah, I'm going to start off with the games I'm wanting to see at E3, or just, yeah, some of these games I know are going to be at E3, but some of these games I'm not sure if they're going to be at E3, and I'd like to see at E3. So yeah, all these games have been announced and whatnot, so yeah, it's just the ones that I wrote on the back haven't been announced yet. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. First up, the big one for me is Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 is my most anticipated game right now. I mean, I loved Kingdom Hearts 2, so I really can't wait to see what they have in store for Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, they already released some trailers of it. They released a gameplay trailer, and from what I've seen the gameplay, it looks like a heck of a lot of fun, so I really can't wait to see more on Kingdom Hearts 3. Next is Final Fantasy 15. Definitely want to see more of Final Fantasy 15. I know they released a demo that came with Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, which I still don't own, but this is definitely a game I'm really looking forward to because it looks like a really good Final Fantasy game. I don't think this game will do that well, but I'm really looking forward to this game. Next is Hatsune Miku Project Mirai DX. I believe it's being called DX, I'm not entirely sure, but this is a Hatsune Miku game coming out for the 3DS. I am a pretty big fan of Project Diva F2 on the PS3. Actually, it's like my favorite music game right now. I just love the absolute hell out of that game, so really can't wait to see more on this game. This is going to be, Project Mirai DX is going to be, like I said, it's going to be on 3DS, but this is going to be essentially, it's going to be similar to Project Diva games, just all the characters are going to be like chibi looking and whatnot, so really can't wait to see more on that game. Persona 5 is also a big one for me. I'm going to be honest here, I'm still playing through Persona 4, I have not finished it, like I just said, I'm still playing through it, but I'm really enjoying Persona 4 from what I've played of it, but I definitely want to see more of Persona 5, because the gameplay trailer they showed off for this game, I mean, obviously, it was off the Atlas Japanese YouTube channel, but from what I've seen in Persona 5, this game looks amazing, so really can't wait to see more on that. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I got into the Metal Gear Solid series about like last summer, so I really can't wait to see more on Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. From what I've seen of this game, this is like a huge Game of the Year contender for me. I really can't wait to see more on Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Zelda for Wii U, huge Zelda fan. As you can see, I got a Zelda wall scroll right there. Really can't wait to see more on Zelda for Wii U. I do have Wind Waker HD on the Wii U, and that is, in my opinion, the best version of Wind Waker. I mean, some people may say the GameCube version is better, but I like the Wii U version, so I like the Wii U version a lot better, but really can't wait to see more on Zelda Wii U. The fact that this is going to be like an open world game, where you can basically explore like a large area of probably Hyrule, that sounds amazing. An open world Zelda game. Just, I really can't wait to see more on that. Star Fox for Wii U, this was announced last year. We haven't seen much of it, but I really want to see more on Star Fox Wii U. Fallout 4, the trailer for this, was released about a week ago, I believe. Really can't wait for this game. I loved Fallout 3. Really can't wait to see more on Fallout 4. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Let me just tell you, I've never been this excited for an Assassin's Creed game ever. Maybe with the exception of Black Flag, but oh my god, Assassin's Creed Syndicate looks amazing. I mean, if you haven't seen the trailer for Assassin's Creed Syndicate, it takes place in 1869, sorry, in London, steampunk-themed London, from what I've seen, with fancy mustaches and top hats, assassins in top hats. So, once I saw like the assassins in top hats and the fancy mustaches and whatnot, that just really caught my attention, and especially the steampunk themed world for this game looks absolutely amazing. So definitely can't wait for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Resident Evil 0 HD actually received the GameCube version from a friend about a couple weeks ago, and from what I played, it's pretty good. I got to the Scorpion boss, and I died on my first try. So, but really can't wait to see more on Resident Evil 0 HD. From what I've seen I mean, I don't own Resident Evil 1 HD, but I really want to get Resident Evil HD, because I loved the remake for Resident Evil 1 on the GameCube, so really want to play this, really want to play Resident Evil HD, but really can't wait to see more on Resident Evil 0 HD. Currently, my most anticipated first-person shooter is Star Wars Battlefront. I loved Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, so really can't wait to see more on the new Star Wars Battlefront. From what it sounds like this game is going to be amazing. I mean, it's got the frickin' Hoth map in there, so really can't wait to see more on that. Dragon Quest Heroes, not a big fan of Dragon Quest. I tried playing Dragon Quest 8, really couldn't get into it. Dragon Quest 9, from what I played, though, it's really good. And, you know, Dragon Quest, mixed with Dynasty Warriors and whatnot. I mean, I'm a pretty big fan of Dynasty Warriors. I mean, I have not played like a bunch of the Dynasty Warriors games or the Samurai Warriors games. I haven't played a single Samurai Warriors game. But yeah, I really enjoy Dynasty Warriors. Dynasty Warriors 4 happens to be my favorite one. But Dragon Quest Heroes, from what I've seen, it actually is out in Japan. But from what I've seen of Dragon Quest Heroes, this game looks like a lot of fun. So, next up is Hyrule Warriors for 3DS. This was actually leaked. Tecmo Koei tried to remove the trailer off their, or make the trailer private, so no one else could see it. But people quickly re-uploaded it on YouTube, so it's out there. So it's just a Japanese trailer though. But I'm really hoping that this game actually does get localized, because well, I have not played Hyrule Warriors on the 3DS, on the Wii U, sorry. I really want to play Hyrule Warriors. I mean, it's Zelda. I mean, it's a Dynasty Warriors game with a Zelda skin on it. Love Zelda, love Dynasty Warriors. Really want to play Hyrule Warriors, and the fact that this is coming out on 3DS with 2 exclusive characters, Tetra and I forget his name, but he was the one ship, the boat you would actually ride in Wind Waker. He's going to be a playable character, so really can't wait for Hyrule Warriors for 3DS. Street Fighter V. This was an interesting one, because, well, first of all, I'm not really, like, I haven't really played much of Street Fighter. I mean, the only one I really got into was Super Street Fighter 4 on 3DS, which I really enjoyed. I had a blast playing Street Fighter 4 on the 3DS. But from what I've seen in Street Fighter V, this game looks like it could be really good. Batman Arkham Knight. I played Arkham Asylum and loved it. Played Arkham City, and I thought Arkham City was way better. Still need to play Arkham Origins, but Arkham Knight, from what I've seen, looks amazing. I mean, you get to drive the freaking Batmobile, so yeah. If the Batmobile doesn't convince you, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I really can't wait for Batman Arkham Knight. Halo 5 Guardians. I haven't played every single Halo game. I've played Halo 1 on the Xbox. Played Halo 4, loved that. Played Halo 3, have not finished the campaign, but I love the multiplayer. But the campaign when I played Halo 3 is really good. Halo 3 ODST that one's pretty good. I don't like it as much as the other Halo games. And Halo Reach, I loved. Multiplayer on that one is also a blast. But Halo 5 Guardians definitely looks like it could be a great game. The Last Guardian. This is the new game that Team Eco is working on. I have not played Eco. I have played Shadow of the Colossus, which is done by the same developers. And when I played Shadow of the Colossus, that game is incredible. I probably got like around halfway through it. I don't remember the last Colossus that I fought. I borrowed it so I never got to play through the entire game. But from what I played with Shadow of the Colossus, that game is one heck of an awesome game. Definitely plan on getting the Eco and Shadow of the Colossus collection on PS3 at some point. The Last Guardian, from what I've seen, looks pretty dang good, so really can't wait to see more on The Last Guardian. My most anticipated side-scroller right now is Mighty Number 9. This is a spiritual successor to the Mega Man series, which I love. Been a fan of the Mega Man series ever since I was a kid, so really can't wait to see more on Mighty Number 9. This game looks incredible. So, and the fact that this is getting a physical release on Xbox One, PS4, and Wii U, just all my yes. Sword Art Online Lost Song. For those of you who don't know, Sword Art Online is my favorite anime of all time. I love Sword Art Online. Matter of fact, I actually got my lanyard right here. I actually have a keychain of Yui. Not sure if you can tell, but she's got an angry face right there. Actually got this off Tokyo Otaku Mode, so, we are getting Sword Art Online Lost Song. This is the second Sword Art Online game we are getting. The first one we got was Hollow Fragment, which also included Infinity Moment, which we never got. But Lost Song is coming out for... At first it was confirmed for PS3 and PS Vita, and now it's coming out for PS4 and PS Vita. And apparently I haven't seen anything else on the PS3 version. All I know is that we're getting it on PS4 and PS Vita. Not sure if we're getting it on PS3 now, because since they announced it on PS4, they never announced it for PS3. So yeah, or they never announced anything else for the PS3 version. And we're also getting Hollow Fragment on PS4 as well, so that will be interesting. But from what I've seen of Lost Song, that game looks incredible. I mean, it's a Sword Art Online game that takes place in Elfheim Online, where you get to fly around and whatnot. Really want to see more on Lost Song. Really want to play this game. It looks incredible. So yeah, that's enough of Sword Art Online for now. Disgaea 5. Never played a Disgaea game before. Never played Disgaea, but I will say this. It's definitely a strategy RPG that I really want to get into. I mean, if you've never heard of Disgaea, it's essentially a heavily anime version of Final Fantasy Tactics. However, it's like, it doesn't give a single F or anything. It doesn't care about anything, essentially. This game is essentially not so serious anime style Final Fantasy Tactics, where stats can go insanely high. Like, to give you a good idea on how high your stats can go, the highest level in all of the Disgaea games is level 9,999. Not kidding you. You can just Google that. You can just Google Disgaea level cap, or Disgaea highest level. But Disgaea 5 has caught my interest. Disgaea 5 looks incredible. I love the style of the characters. The style of the characters just instantly gripped me. Really want to play Disgaea 5. Since I don't have a PS4, I guess if I want to get into the Disgaea series, I guess I'll start with the ones on the PS3. So really the only one I can find is Disgaea 4. So yeah, which is actually the one I want to play, because of the style of the characters. So yeah. Plus the character on the front looks really freaking awesome. So yeah. On the front covers. So anyways, Yakuza 5, never played a Yakuza game before, but it's definitely a series that I really want to get into. It looks like my type of game. I know that we were supposed to get the Yakuza HD collection, which includes the first two. The first two originally came out on PS2, and then we were supposed to get it on PS3, and apparently also came out on Wii U, which surprised me. But definitely want to get into the Yakuza series. Definitely want to play Yakuza 5, because it definitely looks like a great game. Rock Band 4. I'm going to be completely honest here. I'm more of a Guitar Hero fan than a Rock Band fan. But I will say this. This is something I've never said before. well, I've said it a couple times in the past, but I've never gotten to this point before. I never think I would ever get to this point, but I'm more excited for the new Rock Band than the new Guitar Hero. The new Guitar Hero looks like crap compared to the new Rock Band. The new Rock Band looks awesome, though. From what I've seen, they only have one song that I actually like announced for this game, which is Hail to the King by Avenged Sevenfold. Should get a drink of water. But Rock Band 4 definitely looks awesome. Okay. Black Ops 3. I loved Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, so definitely want to see what they're going to be doing with Black Ops 3. From what it looks like, though, this looks like it's going to be a mixture of, like, Advanced Warfare with Titanfall or something like that, but Black Ops 3 definitely looks awesome. Speaking of Titanfall 2, for those of you who don't know, yes, a sequel, or a new Titanfall game has gotten announced. Really want to see more on Titanfall 2, because I loved the absolute crap out of Titanfall 1, so really want to see more of Titanfall 2. I hope, if they have a campaign for Titanfall 2, I hope it is single player. So, because I did not like the fact that the campaign was just multiplayer with story, or just with some extra stuff to pay attention to, so didn't like that whatsoever. Xenoblade Chronicles X, I'm borrowing Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. I have a hard time trying to get into Xenoblade Chronicles. I don't know what it is, but Xenoblade Chronicles, I just have a hard time trying to get into. The introduction, though, was awesome. I loved the introduction, but I just have a hard time trying to get into Xenoblade Chronicles. But Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U looks incredible. Really can't wait to see more on Xenoblade Chronicles X. And last but not least, in terms of games that I want to see at E3, that have been announced and all that jazz, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I played through the first Tomb Raider, or the reboot, and I loved the reboot to Tomb Raider to death. Loved that game to death. I would say if you plan on getting into the reboot for Tomb Raider, get the Definitive Edition on the Xbox One or PS4. Don't bother with the PS3 version or 360 version, even though the 360 version was free about last month, I believe. If not last month, then the month before. But I'm telling you, you should play the reboot to Tomb Raider. It is an excellent game. It is one of the best adventure games I've played in the past couple years. But Rise of the Tomb Raider, I really can't wait for this game. It's unfortunate that this game is being an Xbox One exclusive, because then that would mean all the people who are like PlayStation people only, they're going to be missing out on the new Tomb Raider. So yeah, it's very unfortunate this is going to be an Xbox One exclusive. But yeah, but really can't wait for Rise of Tomb Raider. It's also coming on 360 though, so that'd be awesome. Okay, next up, games that I want to see announced at E3. I also want to mention one game I forgot to mention. Is a game that it's being done by the same guy. It's being done by David Jaffe, who does the Twisted Metal series. He also did the first two God of War games, I believe, and that is Drawn to Death. This is a PS4 exclusive third-person shooter. It has one of the most incredible art styles I've ever seen. It's essentially like, what they did for this game was they basically just took a bunch of drawings and like on a piece of notebook paper, which is what I wrote this list on, and they basically took these drawings and just put them up in 3D and put them into a third-person shooter, and like all the walls and everything look like notebook paper. It looks like an incredible third-person shooter. I really can't wait for this game. So I mean, it's David Jaffe. I mean, he does some incredible games, so really can't wait to see more on Drawn to Death. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna be on PS4, so yeah. But looks amazing. If you haven't seen the trailer for this, check out the trailer. Really can't wait for this game. In terms of games that I want to see announced at E3, a new Metroid game would be nice. I mean, the last Metroid game we got was Metroid Other M on the Wii, and I personally enjoyed it, but not many people enjoyed Metroid Other M. So, a new Metroid game for the Wii U would be awesome. It'd be even better if it was like a new Metroid Prime game, or a game similar to Metroid Prime, because I love the Metroid Prime games. Even Hunters on the DS, I loved Metroid Prime Hunters. Even though they recycled the same boss fights in Metroid Prime Hunters, I still really enjoyed Prime Hunters. But I enjoyed Prime 1 from what I played of it. I never finished Prime 1. Prime 3 I loved to death. I finished it on normal and hard mode. I never finished it on hyper mode because that game always just beats me down to a pulp. I love Metroid Prime 3 though. That's, in my opinion, the best Metroid Prime game ever, and the best Metroid game in general. And the best first-person shooter on the Wii, I'm just saying. I mean, unless you have the Metroid Prime trilogy on the Wii, then yeah, I can't really argue with that, but anyways, definitely want to see a new Metroid game. If it's an announcement of the Metroid Prime trilogy coming out for the Wii U is like an HD, re-release of the Prime trilogy, that will be incredible, especially with the Wii U gamepad and whatnot. Next up, definitely want to see a new Twisted Metal. I loved Twisted Metal on the PS3. I know there are actually some people out there who didn't like Twisted Metal on PS3, but I loved it. I just had a blast playing it. It's one of my personal favorite Twisted Metals, believe it or not. Right next to Black. It's Twisted Metal Black on PS2. It's just Twisted Metal on the PS3 and Twisted Metal Black are like neck and neck in terms of like which is better and whatnot. So for me, it's really hard to decide one over the other in terms of those two. But a new Twisted Metal for PS4, that will be awesome. Heck, even if it's a remastering of Twisted Metal on the PS3, if it's a remastering of the PS3 Twisted Metal for PS4, I would still be fine with that. I mean, like I said, Twisted Metal on PS3 is one of my favorite Twisted Metals. So I want a new Twisted Metal for PS4. So, especially with the graphical capabilities of the PS4 and whatnot, what they could do with Twisted Metal on the PS4 and like with all the different online capabilities, I feel like a new Twisted Metal for PS4 would be freaking awesome. Heck, even if they did like an HD remake of Twisted Metal Black or Twisted Metal Head On, I want a new Twisted Metal, alright? Yeah. And if you're gonna do like an HD remake of Twisted Metal Black, bring back the online. I mean, I never played the online for Twisted Metal Black, but I'd love to play Twisted Metal Black online. Next, a sequel to Metal Gear Rising. Metal Gear Rising is my favorite action game of all time. I love Metal Gear Rising. I don't care what anyone says about Metal Gear Rising. It is, bar none, one of the best games I've ever played from last gen. Not as good as Metal Gear Solid 4, but I loved Metal Gear Rising. A sequel to Metal Gear Rising, especially with the perfect setup that Metal Gear Rising has for a sequel, would be awesome. Just make a sequel, even though that's most likely not going to happen because Konami's just going all mobile on us and whatnot. But I really want to see a sequel to Metal Gear Rising. I love Metal Gear Rising. A new Trauma Center game would be awesome. I loved Trauma Center Under the Knife on the DS. Loved Second Opinion on the Wii. Never played New Blood on the Wii. I played Under the Knife 2, but I never finished it. But I love the Trauma Center games. I still need to play Trauma Team, which I hear is pretty good. But personally, Trauma Team looks amazing. But I want a new Trauma Center game. It's been too dang long. Next, a new Hatsune Miku Project Diva game. I definitely see that if we're going to get a new Project Diva game, it's probably going to be Project Diva F Extend. Because, like, if you look at the previous Project Diva games, if you look at the Project Diva games on the PSP, excuse me, if you look at the Project Diva games on the PSP, there's Project Diva 1, and Project Diva 2nd, and Project Diva Extend, which is basically Project Diva 2nd, both extra content. So I definitely see that if we're going to get a new Project Diva game, it's going to be Project Diva F Extend, which is probably going to be Project Diva F 2nd, but with extra content. So, which I'd be fine with, because Project Diva F 2nd is my favorite music game of all time. So, yeah, but a new Project Diva game would be nice. A new F-Zero would be awesome. because, like, it's been so dang long. I mean, I never played F-Zero on the GameCube, but it's definitely a game I really want to play, because I love F-Zero on the Super Nintendo. So, F-Zero on the Wii U, especially on the Wii U, would be awesome, or like a 3DS remake, or like a remake of the GameCube F-Zero for the 3DS. That'd be awesome. The Mass Effect trilogy for next gen, that'd be awesome. I've only played through Mass Effect 3, but it was on the Wii U, so I got to access the comic, where it basically go over the events of Mass Effect 1 and 2. So, the new Mass Effect trilogy for next gen would be awesome. A sequel to Dishonored. Loved Dishonored. It's one of my favorite stealth games. Just, I want a sequel to Dishonored. I mean, I don't care if you play a different character or anything. Just please make a sequel to Dishonored. I want that to happen. Next, there's no way we're getting a sequel to this. But I would love to see a game similar to, or a sequel to, L.A. Noire. I'm actually playing through L.A. Noire right now. I still have not finished it, but from what I played, I'm loving the absolute heck of L.A. Noire. But it's definitely a game that I wish would get a sequel. Unfortunately, we're not, because I got the case right here. Team Bondi unfortunately shut down the year this game came out, which is unfortunate because this game is incredible and actually sold like hotcakes when it first came out. But just, I want a new game similar to L.A. Noire, or a sequel to L.A. Noire, which would be awesome. So, yeah, even though, like I said, a sequel to L.A. Noire is never going to happen, I wish we were going to get a sequel to L.A. Noire. A sequel to Brutal Legend would be nice. Even though, like, a sequel for Brutal Legend was in development, but it got canceled, which was really unfortunate, because, like, Brutal Legend was an awesome game. If you never played Brutal Legend, you are missing out on one of the coolest freaking games ever, especially if you love heavy metal music. If you love heavy metal music and you never played Brutal Legend, you need to play it. No excuses, just you need to play Brutal Legend, especially by the fact that the main character, Eddie Riggs, is voiced by Jack Black. So you should play Brutal Legend. But a sequel to Brutal Legend would be awesome. So, even though it's never going to happen, that would be awesome. Final Fantasy VII HD, we need it. It's been too dang long. Stop stalling, Square Enix. Just make Final Fantasy VII HD. And also, last but not least, a new Dissidia game. I loved Dissidia 1. I still have not played Dissidia 2, but I loved the first Dissidia. It is one of the best fighting games I've ever played. Just make a new Dissidia, make it for Vita, make it for PS3, make it for PS4, just make a new Dissidia game. I love Dissidia. So, yeah, I could have sworn there was some other game that I forgot to add to this list. Yeah, I can't think of anything else, other than the games I listed off, so tell me, if there's a game that I forgot to mention, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys would like to see at E3, so, yeah, so there you have it. Those are the games that I like to see at E3, and the games that I like to see announced at E3, so, yeah, like I said, just let me know in the comment section below what you guys would like to see at E3, like to see either announced at E3, or would like to see in general at E3. Also, I'll mention a game that is not going to be at E3, but I wish was going to be at E3 is Scalebound. Scalebound is being developed by Platinum Games, and Platinum Games did Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2, and Metal Gear Rising, which, like I said, is one of my favorite action games of all time. So, but Scalebound, it is going to be an Xbox One exclusive, but oh my god, scale down from what I've seen. Like, the cinematic trailer looks awesome, and also Phantom Dust, which was also announced at last year's E3. I never played Phantom Dust on the original Xbox, but I personally see more on Phantom Dust, because the cinematic trailer, just, yeah, so, but yeah, so, there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next video. I'm Certified Dork signing off, and as always, peace out, my friends.